woke up.
What, like the one I'm recording now?
Oh, fuck you.
Hello! Welcome to the
Hi.
podcast.
Dickweed.
Anyway. What?
I called you a dickweed.
Or excuse me for being fucking hilarious. Okay, so... Podcast! Say hello.
Hello.
Okay.
What the fuck was that?
Shall we try that again without the,
Without the frog in my throat. Sure.
Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Killers. He's referring to me, the bitch.
I never said I would do that. Bitch. I am the doc.
That bastard's the doctor.
I am the doc. Or the doctor. Or doctor shoot you in the face and stab you in the kidney.
Oh, shut up. Can we just continue on with this?
And welcome to the first official CreepCast. Yeah!
Woohoo!
Yeah, we're excited. So should you, because you've got to listen to our shit for at least an hour.
However long this shit goes on. The first creepypasta we'll be doing is...
Wait, whoa. We need to explain why Jay isn't here.
Why?
Well, because he can't make it.
Fine.
So Jay's not here because he can't make it. He can't make it.
As we've just said.
And he will
Now.
he will be joining us in the second podcast. Unless for some reason he can't make it then. And then he'll be joining us in the third one. Unless for some reason Kyo can't make it. And then...
Fuck you.
I don't know.
I will attempt to make it. However, unlike this jerk, I have a life to live.
Did you hear that?
No.
I really hope that didn't come across my mic because
No, it didn't,
that would be
thankfully.
really funny.
Anyway, the creepypasta we're going to be doing is the Christmas Krampus. At least the first one, I think.
Really? Is it really?
Oh, fuck you.
Okay. So I'm dreading this because the bitch doesn't want to read anything.
So he's gonna have to read 2 extremely long creepypastas. Have fun there!
Allow me to take a drink. Entertain the viewers while I drink.
What the fuck am I supposed to do? What the fuck?
Say something funny.
I ain't fucking funny. He's the funny one.
I know I am. Okay, so shall we get straight into it?
I suppose so. Every year around the Christmas holiday, magical things always seem to happen. Some things are marvelous and joyful, like visits from Santa or a snowman coming alive. Many people say they can feel the Christmas magic in the air or around them. Some things aren't so joyful. Around Christmas every year, kidnappings, murder, and suicides rates go up drastically as well. Even when horrid things like this happen, people often feel, yet rarely do they admit, that they still feel a kind of holiday magic behind it, although be it dark magic. One example comes from the Christmas demon known as Krampus. The Krampus is known in countries like Germany and Switzerland for taking naughty children in the dead of Christmas Eve night. Here is one such account.
Yay.
December 6th, 2013. My name is Ellie Rockford. I'm currently 7 years old as I write this. I confide in this journal something I can't tell my family because they would never believe me. I'm often told that I'm very smart for my age because I do and say things that most kids my age don't. But if I tell a strange story, no matter how hard I get them to believe me, my parents and siblings say it's just my imagination. Today I looked out my window into the street by our house and saw a man who looked like a shadow with horns. His eyes glowed orange, and seeing him scared me a lot. He was ringing a bunch of bells for something, but I just tried to ignore him and sleep. Then I heard a knock on the door. I went down to see who it was for Mommy and Daddy, but when I got to the door, someone stuck a card through our mail slot and ran off quickly. The card had a picture of a monster who had bull legs and a tail, and horns on a scary-looking goat head that looked half human. I was so scared it was a thing in the street, but I didn't know what to do. I think I know what it is, but I hope I'm wrong. I showed the card to my dad, and he said it was Krampus. The bottom of the card said Groß von Krampus. Daddy says every year...
You on that one?
Yes, please. I don't know how to pronounce.
I'm pretty sure it's Groß von Krampus.
Thank you.
I'm not German. I don't speak German, but I think that's how they pronounce it.
It's my brother that speaks it, not me.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll have to do stuff like that. I speak English only, preferably the King's English.
I don't speak any English.
Fuck off, mate.
Fuck off, mate. Oh.
Daddy says every year Krampus punishes bad boys and girls on Christmas, but Santa gives good boys and girls toys. So now I'm not so scared. I always get toys on Christmas, so I must be a good kid. I didn't tell him about the thing on the street. December 24th, 2013. My parents will be gone for most of tonight and Christmas morning tomorrow for some stupid work thing they both have. We usually have Christmas around 6, but we have to wait for Mommy and Daddy to get home first. Mom told Brad, my oldest brother, that we would have a babysitter because she didn't trust him to watch all 5 of us by himself. Mom often let Brad watch us, but he broke a lot of things the last couple times we were left alone, so Mommy said she would get Rebecca to watch us.
By the way, I might just add a disclaimer here. If I catch anyone complaining that we're kind of we're ruining the whole like experience of the creepypasta, this isn't like we're not a reading channel. This is a podcast. It's unprofessional. If you want to experience this creepypasta and not have interruptions, go listen to someone else.
We are not fucking readers. We ain't that good, honey.
We're stupid people.
Yeah. I can't even fight you on that.
Let's just
Can I get back to reading?
Yes.
Thank you, dickweed.
Fuck you.
Maybe later. Rebecca came to the house at 5. She was very pretty, and Brad couldn't stop staring at her. Mommy and Daddy left a couple times after Rebecca got here. This was the first time Rebecca had watched 6 kids at the same time before, and I don't think she knew what she was getting herself into. My younger sister, Molly, who's 3, threw a tantrum after her parents left. Levi and Garrett, my younger twin brothers, who were both 5, started fighting. Brad talked with Rebecca most of the night, and Rachel spent most of the morning in her room. Mom and Dad said that we would get Christmas gifts tomorrow, but we had to wait to open them until they got home. We made hot cocoa, but the cocoa maker is broken, so the hot chocolate burnt our mouths. And we got candy canes too. Rebecca started to put us to bed at 8 and finally succeeded at 9:30. Even though she was clearly exhausted and frustrated with us, she told us she had fun and she wouldn't have spent Christmas Eve any other way. I woke in the middle of the night around 11 to see a crimson moon casting a dim red glow on the winter snow. I looked out my bedroom window and saw a red object coming towards our house, fast. It was hard to make out, but it looked like a red sleigh being pulled by reindeer. I instantly recognized this as Santa's sleigh and ran to hide on the stairs and waited for him to come down the chimney anxiously. Out of the window to the right of our fireplace, I saw the sleigh overhead and heard many hoofs trotting on the roof. I made sure to remain perfectly still and silent as a mouse. I waited for what felt like an eternity while soft footsteps echoed on the roof above me, getting closer to the chimney. I heard scuffling as ash and dust started falling from the fireplace. Soon 2 black boots landed. Then the rest of jolly old Saint Nick came through the fireplace with a bag of toys on his back. Without speaking a word, he went straight up to our tree. He took gifts from his bags and scattered them under our lit-up plastic evergreen, then started on the milk and cookies we left him. I felt that I had held my breath the entire time I was hiding on the stairs. I couldn't believe I was spying on the real Santa Claus in my own home. Eventually, he made his way over to our stockings and pulled out various knickknacks and candies for our stockings, starting with Molly. When he got to Levi, he took out a small black rock and eyed it sadly before placing it in Levi's stocking. It took me a second to realize he gave Levi coal. I tried to stifle a laugh to the best of my abilities, but a small squeak escaped my lips anyway. Santa turned around and scanned the room. I remained as still as ever. He turned back to the stocking, this time giving his back to me, and put a piece of coal in Garrett's stocking too. He put a candy cane in Brad's stocking, along with a pocket knife. Rachel got a new phone and some knickknacks.
What kind of fucking Santa gives a kid a pocket knife?
A good one?
True.
Finally, he moved to my stocking, which was always the furthest to the right, even though I'm the middle child. He began rummaging through his sack as I leaned forward excitedly to see what I was getting. Santa pulled out a large jet black piece of coal and stuffed it into my stocking. I felt a wave of anger, sadness, and regret all at once. I almost stood up to tell off the jolly old elf. When he turned around, I saw tears in his eyes. He looked as if he was filled with similar emotions as I was, like he didn't like to have to give bad kids coal. It was for this reason that I remained quiet as Santa climbed back up my chimney, got into his sleigh, and flew away. I watched out my downstairs window as the sleigh flew off the roof and into a black abyss. Christmas night. I sat there, still in place for a very long time, pondering how I could be a better child next year, when I spotted something out of the window again. It looked like the same figure I'd seen before, but this time the sleigh looked as if it was black. I wrote this off, as it was really dark outside, except for the moon's red glow. I wondered why Santa would come back. Maybe he forgot something. Maybe he made a mistake. Maybe I wasn't naughty, and he was on his way back right now to fix his mistake. My mind was racing from one thought to another as I began to hype myself up for all of my possible Christmas presents. I stopped watching the window and had begun to daydream about the next morning, until hooves on the rooftop interrupted my thoughts. I heard loud, heavy clacking, this time as he got closer to the chimney. Ash began to fall down the chimney, creating a large ashy cloud around the fireplace, as what I assumed to be Santa began coming down and landed with a loud crash. My final thought before seeing what came next was, how has no one noticed all of this? Through the cloud of thick black ash protruded 2 large horns with stripes of red and white like those of the candy canes. As the dust settled, the rest of the figure was revealed. His skin was pale and icy-looking blue. His beard was like Santa's, except it was black and came to a point. His nose was long and his face looked grizzled, but more of a human than I thought. His horns looked like they'd touch the ceiling if he jumped. His body looked human in shape, but animal in appearance. His legs were twisted and ended in hooves like that of a bull. He had a long tail, his torso was contorted, and everything but his face and palms were covered in fur. He had broken chains around his wrists and what looked like heavy red Christmas ornaments attached to his tail by another chain. His ears were pointed, and so were his yellow teeth. Despite his horrid, outlandish appearance, the most noticeable thing about the creature were its bells it wore, and the basket on its back that had a limp child's arm hanging out of it. The stories were true, and so was Krampus. I couldn't believe my eyes. I'd seen sleighs go by, magic reindeer fly overhead, and even seen Santa Claus himself, but none of that could have prepared me for the beast that is Krampus. He moved around the room with such speed that I was caught off guard. The horrid thing looked about 8 feet tall without its horns, and with them he towered over everything in our large home. He made his way to the fireplace and took coal from Levi's stocking. He rolled it around his long, bony fingers for a moment, then looked at the coal from Garrett's stocking, then finally mine. He studied the coal for a moment, then a wide smile full of pointy yellow teeth beamed across his face. "Naughty little children," I heard it say in a cold, raspy voice. Shut up. A shiver ran up my spine as it spoke. I bet her doing cute voices, not me. So fuck off. Fuck off. I was paralyzed in both fear and awe at the creature that roamed my living room beneath me. I thought he was moving towards the tree, but it walked past it and started going down the hallway into Levi and Garrett's room. I remember the things my father used to say about it, that he whips bad kids and takes them away. Sometimes he eats them. Sometimes he shakes them and scares them into being good. All these horrid thoughts and more danced in my head as the creature creeped into the twins' room. I tried to scream with all my might, but no sound would escape my mouth. I finally was able to choke out, "Levi! Garrett!" Screams had already filled their rooms. Levi came running out of his room, screaming his head off as Garrett followed suit. The creature's long, twisted arms reached out from the room and grabbed Garrett's leg, pulling him back into the room. I stood up from my spot on the stairs and motioned for Levi to come to me. Garrett's screams fell silent, and the Krampus emerged from the room alone. His nose seemed shorter now, his face even more deformed. I gripped Levi's hand tightly as we ran for Brad's room. I wailed on his door again and again, but he wouldn't come out. I would have tried harder to get his attention, but I could hear it coming up the stairs as each hoof hit the step. I took Levi to the laundry room and told him to hide in the laundry chute. Once he was inside, I began to lower the laundry hamper so he could get downstairs without confronting the monster. Before he was lowered out of sight, I told Levi to go start the hot cocoa maker because I had a plan. He nodded. Once at the bottom, I felt the laundry hamper get lighter as he climbed out. I heard the hoofed footsteps getting louder and closer to the laundry room. I began pulling the laundry hamper up and climbed into it just as the door was violently flung open, despite the locks on it. Oh fuck, do I really have to read this whole thing?
Preferably.
I don't think I can.
Oh god. How much is left?
Like 2/3 of it.
Sorry, what bit have you got to?
The beast licked his lips with his long, skinny tongue as he slowly approached my trembling body inside the hamper. I began to balance myself and rock the hamper as Krampus closer and closer. The hamper wouldn't fall no matter how hard I rocked it, and the creature was nearly upon me. I felt its breath on me as it excitedly panted, getting further. I expected its breath to be hot like that of a dog's, but instead it felt like the coldest winter chill pressing my skin. No, this is impossible. Ain't gonna be able to do it. Sorry.
And there is the creepypasta.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do the, if you want to listen to it, go here.
Yeah. If you want to read it for yourself, click the link on the screen. If I can be able to do that. If not, it'll be in the description. Has a YouTuber already read it?
Yeah, Mr. Creepypasta.
If you want to listen to someone professionally read it, unlike us,
instead of this shitty try.
We'll also put a link to Mr. Creepypasta's video, either on the screen or in the description. And, yeah, and stuff. So, okay, what did you think of it, Kyo?
I thought it was rather nicely typed up, even though it had some really fucking weird misspells on it.
Did it?
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
But all in all, it was a pretty good creepypasta, in my opinion.
Yeah, I liked it. It was pretty good. I mean, there was some things that I didn't understand about it.
Like?
The fuck is a Krampus?
You don't know what a Krampus is?
No, I'm not very
familiar with it. Well, the Christmas demon Krampus is basically the anti-Santa. He, as it said, goes after the naughty children. But he was more known in Germany and colder places.
Oh, right.
The rest of the world kind of kept Christmas sweet. Germany, Switzerland, the rather, like I said, cold places had a dark side to Christmas.
Fair enough. Well, so yeah, yeah, it was pretty enjoyable. I found a few things about it quite. Not sure funny would be the thing to say, but like
Humorous?
yeah, I could see the humor in it. I guess it's. But then again, I'm a pretty fucked up person, so I probably found all the bad stuff funny. But yeah, it's pretty well written. I like it. Good punctuation. I would say that now.
Not that you can read any of it.
Shut the fuck up.
No thanks.
And, yeah, pretty good. It's great, mate. I rate it 8 out of 8. Nah, I'd say 9 Krampuses out of 10.
I'd have to say closer to 8, simply because there was a lot of...
I'm sorry, Mrs. Creepypasta expert of creepypastas who creepypasta, that it didn't meet your expectations. Fuck.
Oh no, it did very well compared to a lot of them, but there were some things that could have been better. Later on in the story, it gets better, but there are a couple parts of it that I found disappointing.
So that's a 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 what? No, what is it? 8 out of 10 what?
I don't fucking know.
8 out of 10 no's.
Gravestones, because gravestones are badass.
Okay. So, as I said, you can go listen to it. Mr. Creepypasta. Wait, is it Mr. Creepypasta or is it?
Yes, Mr. Creepypasta is the one that read that one.
Okay, so it's Mr.
And I believe it was either him or Creeps McPasta that read yours that we're going to do next.
Oh, really? Someone's already read it?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like... okay. So, yeah. So, go listen to Mr. Creepypasta's video if you haven't already. Just subscribe to him.
Yeah, go to the readers, not to us. We can't read for shit, apparently.
We're unprofessionals who want to be professional.
Don't listen to him. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Think about it. Unprofessionals who want to be professional.
Yes, I am. Now let's just keep going.
So, okay. Moving on to the next thing. It's Christmas!
Yay! Merry Christmas! Humbug.
Yeah! I hope no one dies, because that would suck.
Hope none of you deserve a Krampus this year.
Thumbs
A very
up!
Krampus Christmas.
I'm gonna draw a thumbs up.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I was drawing while you was reading it, so I'm gonna include the clips of me drawing.
Have fun there.
Thumbs up! That's the best thumbs up I could do. Yeah! I'm proud of that. Let's give it some colour. So, it's not really something I'm usually happy about Christmas. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm not usually a Christmas person.
Me either.
But it's like, happy Christmas. I hate people who go, happy Christmas or happy holidays. It's Merry.
No, it's Merry Christmas.
Exactly.
And a Happy New Year.
Exactly. Thank you for agreeing. But, yeah, I'd be pretty interested to read what you guys... Fuck. What
you guys think of it?
That, but I was mainly going to say what you guys are doing for Christmas.
Oh, that too. That would be interesting. That's more his alley. I don't really give a shit.
Oh, wow. Well, way to be a bitch to our viewers.
Hey, I thought that's what you were calling me.
I wasn't calling you a bitch. Why would I call you a bitch? Fucking
That's
bitch.
what you said at the beginning of the podcast. You were going to call me the bitch. Not.
I didn't say that in the podcast. You cannot say that I said that in the podcast because I didn't.
Oh, fine.
I said that off podcast.
He said he was going to do it before we started this.
It was a joke. So, yeah. Are you guys seeing relatives? Are you guys like, I don't know, doing fun stuff? Are you guys just gonna be fucking boring people and just have a normal Christmas? Like,
well, whatever you happen to do, give us a, I guess, overview of it in the comments.
yeah, rate your Christmas out of 10 Krampuses. Yeah.
Okay, let's put it this way. Should you deserve a Krampus, or should you deserve a Santa?
Yeah. Was your Christmas a Krampus Christmas, or was it a Santa Christmas, or was it an in-between? Let us know. Oh, this is bad.
Yeah, it is. Can we just move on to yours now?
No, not yet. But there's a thing I saw online. Pretty awesome Christmas tree. It's a Portal Christmas tree. Now, Kyo, you don't play games often, do you?
No, not really.
You don't really play games at all. But have you ever heard of the game Portal?
Yes, vaguely.
Take a look at that picture and tell me what you think of the Christmas tree in that picture.
That is badass, and yes, I do know the joke about it.
Yeah. So, you know,
someone needs to do that.
I find things like that pretty cool. Like, I just really like it, and there'll be a picture on the podcast, and if there isn't, then I am an idiot because I am the one.
He is an idiot. It'll probably be at the wrong time on the podcast.
Yeah.
But it'll be there.
It will be somewhere. I just probably will forget where. So, yeah, there was some pretty fun stuff to do around Christmas time. Like, even if you're not a very Christmassy person, you can go see Star Wars. That's a thing that's coming out.
See relatives that you don't usually get to see. Eat a lot of sweets, which is a huge plus for a lot of us.
And eat a lot of chicken, turkey, duck. Eat a lot of birds. Eat a lot. Eat a lot. bacon and sausage wrapped together.
Well, for those of us who are in the States, we get to do that on Thanksgiving. The rest of you have to wait till Christmas. Still. I'm wearing a mustache.
I'm sorry?
I'm wearing my mustache.
Oh, the mustache. I'm gonna draw the mustache on you.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I've drawn us both as stick figures, so it's already
You can
hard.
see he's very artistically inclined.
I am good at art.
I'm good at eyeballs. That's pretty much it.
You can see that, yeah. Stick figures are kind of hard to tell what gender, you know?
Well, duh, that's the beauty of it.
So now you have a mustache on your stick figure person. It's just, people are gonna mistake you for some sort of emo Italian person. That's what it looks like.
Oh, right. Good for me.
I will actually take a screenshot of this and send it. It looks so bad. And I'm so proud.
It's so bad, it's good.
I feel like a proud father.
Oh wow, you're a father? Congratulations.
Don't make jokes about that shit. So
what the fuck?
there's a hand coming out of a portal.
Okay, none of you ever need to see this because he sucks ass at drawing. He also sucks ass at drawing my beautiful little mustache.
That's a good mustache.
It's a sucky mustache because my mustache is small. My mustache.
It's the best mustache you would ever see.
My mustache is better than that.
Bitch, your mustache is shit.
No, it's not. It's fucking fabulous.
Fabulous.
It's fabulous.
Oh god.
No, I'm right here if you're summoning me. The other gods are out for the day.
So, Christmas is a fun time. I think we've established that. Even if you don't like Christmas, there's stuff to do. But there's a very interesting thing I want to actually ask, like a legitimate question that I want you guys to answer in the comments. If you want to tell us how your Christmas is, that's great. But that's not the question that we're asking. The question that I'm asking today: at what age, if you still do, or if you don't anymore, what age? From what age did you believe in Santa? And what age did you stop, unless you still do? If that makes sense. Do you believe in Santa? If you don't, what age did you find out? No.
Would you care to do your own question and give our viewers your answer?
I can't remember when I stopped believing in Santa, but it had something to do with Johnny Freetears.
Well then.
Was it Johnny Freetears or was it Funny Man?
He can't remember for shit.
I'm going to search this up on Google.
Well, while he's doing that, I would have to say I probably stopped believing in Santa when I was 8 or 9. Because it was around that age that I started wrapping my own gifts, and my parents started taking my stuff and regifting it to me. Like, no joke, they would have me wrap stuff that they had already given me years ago. Or that I got for my birthday instead of Christmas. So I was kind of like, yeah, this is bullshit.
I'm still Googling.
What the fuck? How long does it take you to type?
No, like, I'm trying to... There's no confirm... Oh. King Kong. That's...
What? He is the most random person ever.
Wait, what?
Can you hear this? Can you hear this thing that I'm doing?
Probably. Wait. Funny man.
I'm playing with a necklace with a
It's
candy
Funny
cane
Man.
on it.
It's Funny Man.
Yay!
Funny Man is Santa.
Congratulations. It's Funny Man.
Funny Man is Santa. Funny Man is Santa.
According to him, at least.
Ho
The
ho
dog.
ho.
And a Merry fucking Christmas. Right in the pussy.
Oh. Right. But
The dog.
yeah, it involved Funny Man and also the song Christmas in Hollywood.
That is a badass song.
It's
If you couldn't
Christmas
tell,
in Hollywood, Santa's back up in the hood. Now we don't want a copyright strike. So, yeah, that's when I stopped believing in Santa. When I heard Christmas in Hollywood and also saw Funny Man dress up as Santa. That's when I questioned, and that was a long ass time ago. I was like, I don't know, young.
you suck.
When did Christmas in Hollywood come out? Oh, 2008. I stopped believing in Santa way before that. Why do I have no idea. That's how I think it happened. Thumbs
He can't remember for shit. So, let's continue on.
up. I was probably drunk.
That happens a lot.
No, I'm an alcoholic. Right, okay, so what's next? Oh yeah, the second creepypasta.
Yeah, I don't even remember the name of it.
I do, it's Christmas Feast.
There we go. I'll give you a secret. It has a twist ending.
Oh, what a bitch. Well, we're not going to read it all the way to the end, are we? So... Okay, so I found this one while looking on the Creepypasta website, www.creepypasta.com, as if there are any other. And
Hey, you might be. There might
it's got
be.
a pretty good rating. It's a 9 out of 10. It's got a pretty good rating. It's got a pretty good rating. 9 out of 10. 9
Krampuses.
No, 9 Christmas dinners out of 10. So, but that's not my rating. That's not how I'm gonna rate it. That's how the public has rated it. Or
Yay!
read it. So, I'm gonna read a few paragraphs.
Ow! I just hit myself in the nose.
Good.
Dick.
I'm gonna read a few paragraphs. And we're gonna see how it goes. I got a burp. I burped.
I noticed. I'm sure they did too.
Oh. Quick, entertain the peoples.
Why now, you dick? I'm not good at this shit on my own. Do you see this? He leaves me to do all the fucking work while he goes off and does God knows what because he's a dick. And then Jay completely abandoned me. Do you see this? They leave the girl to do all the work. Do you see this? It's completely and absolutely ridiculous. See, he completely walked away because he's not even bitching at me. If you couldn't guess, basically we have filthy mouths and there's no way we can clean it up. I've tried bleach, it doesn't work. What should I say that's funny? I don't know what's funny. What's funny? I have Dan the Skeleton Man. You don't want to know how that happened. Things happen a lot. Get online, you jerk. See this? See this dick? Dickweed. Dog.
Podcast.
Hmm.
Right.
We're on to your story.
Yep. So much editing. So much wow.
Have fun.
Okay, so I did introduce the thing, right?
Yeah. The Christmas feast or whatever the fuck it was called.
He first suspected that they were going to eat him when he noticed the distinct lack of
Yuletide.
Yuletide smells. It wasn't perhaps a conscious fault, at least not one which he had been fully realized. Oh, which had been. Podcast. He first suspected that they were right. Okay, how loud is my voice?
Kinda quietish.
Balls. Right, hold on. Allow me.
I don't know.
Okay. Podcast.
That fucking thing crashed. Never mind.
He first suspected that they were going to eat him when he noticed the distinct lack of Yuletide smells. It
Good
wasn't
job.
perhaps a... What?
I said good job.
Yay, I did something. It wasn't perhaps a conscious thought, at least not one which had been fully realized. But there was a clear growling uneasiness within him. Somehow, he just knew. Surely, if a family invited you for Christmas dinner, the house would be filled with wonderful aromas associated with that annual feast. Succulent roast turkey, honey glazed vegetables, perhaps the fumes of a mulled wine, or a brandy covered Christmas pudding. Brandy covered with Christmas pudding. But no, all of those were absent. Yet the table was set. It was particularly bleak. It was a particularly bleak bleak Christmas. And while snow was often welcome at the festive time of year, penetrating cold and frost, which seemed to sabotage both homes and the residents' bodies, were not. The temperature had plummeted, and the thing. Yes, what do you want? Yeah, you're such a dickhead.
Right, I'm getting you up because you're coming down me, right? Why am I out this morning?
Yeah, well, you were in the fucking bathroom for like.
You've done a shit, mate.
Yeah,
You take
I
a
could have been
shower.
getting ready.
Well, why weren't you getting ready then?
Because you were in the bathroom.
You don't need a shower when you come to work. You don't need shit.
Dickhead.
What are you getting ready for?
Stuff.
What stuff?
Stuff. Jeez, fucking hell. Where were we? In
I don't even know. You suck so bad at reading.
Well, I'm sorry that your face is a face.
I think my face looks rather good, thank you.
We'll go from. Surely, if a family invited you for Christmas dinner, the house would be filled with wonderful aromas associated with that annual feast. Succulent roast turkey, honey glazed vegetables, perhaps the fumes of a mulled wine or a brandy covered Christmas pudding. But no, all of those were absent. Yet, the table was set. It was a particularly bleak Christmas, and while snow was often welcome at that festive time of year, the penetrating cold and frost, which seemed to sabotage both homes and their residents' bodies, was not. The temperature had plummeted on the 7th, and there had been little sign of any forthcoming reprieve. Families attempted as best as they could to reach one another. Sorry, correction. But podcast. But for many, it was to be a lonely Christmas day. Travel, especially for the elderly, was almost impossible for fear of slip up on ice. One fall was all it would take for a broken hip or shoulder, and for the more fragile individuals amongst them, recovering from such an injury was not an easy task. Certainly not as easy as it would be for those of a younger vintage. What? Oh. That that word caught me off guard. I was expecting age. The Cardinal family had taken pity on an elderly gentleman who had recently moved into the neighbourhood only a few streets away, who were of an upstanding stock and took part in a local home help initiative, spending time with the old and vulnerable. Everyone knew and loved them. Timmy was the youngest, a boy of only 5 or 6. He was a child whom all looked up upon with great adoration, never complaining, never causing trouble, always adorable. And his 10-year-old sister, Camellia. I said that right?
Probably.
Or is it Camilla?
Either or, it works.
Was equally as admired. They were both a testament to the caring and nurturing parenting skills of Ben and Lucy Cardinal. Each year, as the cold winter drew in, the Cardinal family were admired for their dedication and commitment to those around them, their passion, almost zeal, for helping those who were less fortunate. But behind the smiles and the skin-deep facade of that of a loving family lurked a far more sinister purpose. They had a tradition each year, a way to reward themselves for their kindness and generosity, one which stemmed back through many previous generations of the Cardinal family. Each Christmas, they would invite a guest for dinner, who would be welcomed with open arms into their home, sat down at a beautifully set table, provided with humorous and enjoyable Christmas conversation. And then, by the light of the roaring fire, the guest would be stabbed to death and eaten gracefully. How can you eat a person gracefully? You ate that foot with such elegance. Oh God. They all revealed in the old tradition with Timmy, looking forward to it the most. Oh, they all revelled, not revealed. Why did I think it was revealed? They all revel. Podcast. Oh my God. They all revelled in the old tradition, with Timmy looking forward to it the most. He had a ferocious appetite and a waistline to match it. But children do get wrapped in the. Wrapped up in the anticipation of a family Christmas, and his parents were delighted to see a growing boy fill his belly. I can read, kind of.
No, you can't.
Shut up. Camilla was of more. Yeah, it is Camilla. Camilla was of a more quiet disposition than her stout little brother. Slight of figure with a pallid complexion which reminded all of her mother. Oh, okay. But make no mistake, she adored eating with the family and could render anyone silent with a sharp, cold insult. Sounds like you. Ben was the Shush. Ben was the local police chief for the area. Carrying up their annual feast was quite the clinch. Oh. While Lucy was, shall we say, a relation of sorts and was entirely enthusiastic about maintaining the Christmas tradition. Their guests were invariably those without family, and often of a ripe old age, forgotten by society, left to wither in their isolated little houses. Ben explained to the children yearly that it was almost a kindness to put the victims out of their slowly increasing misery. And besides, when they did eventually die, they would be shoved into a box in the ground, or roasted into ashes, or a waste of good meat. This year, Timmy and Camilla were especially excited. It was all their mother could do to calm their nerves. Let me think about that. Did I read that correctly? This year, Timmy and Camilla were especially excited. It was all their mother could do to calm their nerves. But on that Christmas Eve, it was nearly impossible. For they knew the special treat they were in for the following day. The Cardinals were hosting a most special guest. I could try to pronounce that name, but I would
Want to send it to
probably
me?
offend some people.
Send it to me and I'll try. I don't give a shit if I offend some people.
More likely people from Eastern Europe, as the story says.
Sergiu Morayu.
Or is it Sergio?
Sergiu, yeah.
It might be Sergio Moraru.
You should know better than me.
And he hailed from... his name was Sergio Moraru, and he hailed from Eastern Europe. They had never had foreign meat before, and the very idea of tearing into some delicious exotic muscle and fat made this year's feast something to really look forward to. This seems a bit too jolly to be talking about cannibalism, but it is a creepypasta, so... They had met old man... Well, I don't know how to pronounce the name, so please stop saying it. They had met old man just a few weeks earlier, when Ben had noticed the unusual name on his home help list. Yeah, see, unusual name. I don't know how to say the name. Each year, as Christmas approached, the volunteers at the local church would be given names and addresses of pensioners in the area who had no family and could be left who would be left quite alone over the holiday season at the festive time of year, and worried that many frailer residents might succumb to the bitter cold. Church committees would visit each of these lonely individuals and offer a friendly ear, a helping hand, or even some hearty food to the poorest of those on the list. How much left is there? I'll read a few more things. The names would rarely change, but at least one person on that list would sadly pass away that year. Being an upstanding member of the community and a high-ranking police officer in the area, Ben would often inform the church that one of their flock had sadly passed away. And with no friends or family known, he would concoct a lie, a lie which usually involved a long-lost son or daughter appearing to take their sadly departed parents somewhere far away to be buried. That, or he would say that they had simply moved, having a bit of a deal with a local estate agent and a solicitor's firm to throw the proceeds from any property sales their way. The family were not without influence. I can read podcast. It was.
You sure?
Shut up. It was incredible how little people It was incredible how little people questioned it. It was incredible how little people questioned this. But as the Cardinals ensured that each Christmas meal was not an active member in the church or community, people just assumed that Ben knew best. Ben knew best.
Ben knew best.
Ben knew best. Ben knows Ben does. Sound like I just said Ben does.
You did.
No, I said Ben does. Not Ben does. Fuck. Calm down. I'll read up to there. Right. Ben knows best. This year, the Cardinals had been hoping to invite Lucy Rindridge around for her Christmas swan song, but unfortunately she had died during the summer. Ben had investigated and he suspected that an intruder had been inside her house with her at her time of death, but it seemed as though the causes were natural. No, the family would just have to have some. The family would just have to have someone different for dinner. Then the name appeared on the list. Sergey 86. Oh wow, thanks. Amnesia, is it? No, it's not amnesia. Emphasia.
Need me to help again?
I've never seen that word before in my life.
Send it to me.
Podcast.
Emphysema?
Google it. Huh?
Emphysema.
Emphysema.
It's a sickness.
You're a sickness.
I know I am.
Slight emphysema. No family. No one knows no one in the area, as he has only recently moved here. Perfect. And that was Christmas feast. Well, part
What
of it.
little he could manage to say.
Well, I'm good with words. Right. So I'm pretty sure someone has already read this, as said earlier
Yes,
in the podcast.
I had said this.
Did you find out which one of it? Which one?
I actually kept it open so I could do it. It was the Christmas feast, right?
Yeah.
Ah,
Research.
my finger. I'm doing it, dick.
This is one of the things before we start the podcast.
Oh, I was wrong. Creepypasta Jr. did it.
Creepypasta Jr. Who the fuck's that?
You've never heard. He's one of the few that I actually like. I have a list.
You can't say who you don't like. You can't say.
I have-
You can't say that you don't like most of them because then people get angry. Shush.
I have a list of readers that I like their voices.
Oh, you
You're
like
right.
their voices.
I don't like some readers because I don't like their voice or I don't like their style of doing it.
Okay.
So
So
Creepypasta Jr. is one that I like. Fuck off now.
Creepypasta Jr. Okay, so Creepypasta Jr. has already read
it. Thank
this
God.
one. Professional,
Thank God.
because he is a professional person.
Yeah, more or less.
Alternatively, I will put the link. Blah, 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 blah,
He will
rewind.
put the link for that.
I will put the
and
link for the Creepypasta Jr. person in the description or on the screen, depending which one I can be asked to do. Probably in the description so you can just click it, to be honest. Or if you're old-fashioned and would rather read it yourself like a boring person, I will put the link to the actual one on creepypasta.com in the description below, or on the screen if you just want to stare at it and copy it. So yeah, I thought I quite enjoyed it. Like I read it once last night. No, not last night. Yesterday morning, afternoonish, something like that. And yeah, I quite liked it. I didn't read it into detail because I have a tendency to just skip through things, but I find it quite well written, and it's nice. It's got a nice kind of pace to it. It's not doesn't get into shit too fast. It doesn't, you know.
Unlike him, I actually went and listened to the reader as soon as he told me about it. And at first, I probably would have only rated it like a 5 or a 6. But I'd have to say with the ending, it bumps itself up to a 9. because that ending
So
is
that's
just
a 9 out
amazing.
of 10 watts.
Take your pick.
9 out of 10 hands.
What the fuck? Yes.
Well, they're cannibals, so. Anyway, yeah,
That reminds me of the episode of Llamas and Hats.
Oh god. But yeah, I think. Now, I'm not sure whether I should like rate it at 8.5. Maybe because it's short. I prefer it to be a
I
little bit
prefer
longer.
short ones. I like short ones because then you can actually finish them.
But yeah, you know, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 eyeballs. So.
For once, we agree.
Yeah, for once. Probably the only time ever.
Okay, this is the first and last time we will ever agree.
She said.
Yes, I did.
So yeah, pretty good. I like it. Pretty great, mate. So yeah. Now, this was the part where I was hoping Jay would definitely be here, and we were going to be talking about Star Wars. But you know,
I'm
since
not a
he's
huge
not here,
fan.
and Kyo is a disgrace and does not like Star Wars. It's okay, it's okay. We'll just find something else to talk about. Christmas films. What's your
Suck.
favourite Christmas film?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas. That's like a Christmas/Halloween film.
Well, of course. I love Halloween. Christmas is kind of so-so.
Yeah. See, I don't necessarily watch Christmas films, but
I'm forced to.
yeah, that's usually the issue. But one that I do like is oh, it's the thing. Wow, how can I not?
Barney's blood.
What?
I'll send you some pictures. I found some funny shit.
Alright. Yeah, I can't remember what Christmas film I like. There's a film and it's quite funny.
What happens in it?
It's like I can't remember. I haven't watched it in a long time. I just know I like it. It's like, but it's kind of like a Christmas film with adult humor. It's like an adult's Christmas film. Yeah, I know. Not that there could ever exist one. Oh no. Hold on. No, we're good. Crisis aborted. But yeah, Christmas films. Not a big fan. But I don't mind watching a few. I guess. Oh, I've just seen the picture you sent earlier.
I'm sending you another one.
The moustache. God. You sent me it over Facebook.
Of course, because I'm lazy.
Oh. Renamed paint colours. What? Yellow isn't me. Ah, that's good. Okay. The eternal darkness that will one day consume us all. What? Barney's blood. Blonde, James blonde. Oh, that's good. Olive. I love. What? Sorry, I'm just you never take me alive. Help, I'm a ghost there. Look, find us all. Oh my god, my name is me. Stopped. Oh god, please help. JK, I'm not a ghost, it's just me, Jeff, the guy who names these paint colours. That's brilliant. We must all be more like Jeff.
Yes, we do.
Flesh. Ugly living room. Seriously, don't. Finn and Jake's top.
You want to know what's funny?
Yeah.
That ugly living room color is actually the color my aunt painted her living room.
Oh god.
I avoid her living room at all costs. The rest of her house is yellow.
I don't know. Enchanted Forest, Garden Path, Emerald Breeze. Who cares? It's a fucking paint color. I was supposed to be a novelist doing this crap. It's light green, Gary. Light fucking green. That's the best one. We need to all be more like Jeff.
Yes, we do.
What color did you paint it? Yellow? Is it me you're looking for? Uh, funny stuff.
Of course. I am funny.
What the fuck? Okay, so then there's that. Right, and onto my favorite part of this. Horror games!
Yay!
Horror games! So, we've already mentioned in this podcast, you don't play a lot of video games.
No, not
That's
really.
fine. But I would like to bring your attention to a video game that's rather good. Sorry, excuse the burp. A game called Outlast. Now, people watching this who have ever played Outlast or heard of it or know or watched it are probably screaming right now, "Holy shit, Outlast is an amazing game, blah, 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 blah." Yes, Outlast is fucking awesome. It's a scary
I am
awesome
looking.
game in which you play a journalist who goes into an asylum, I believe. Yeah. And he's got to document like what's going on inside the asylum, because I think it's like something
Is sent to investigate Mount Massive Asylum.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Looks interesting. Still not gonna get around to playing it.
Yeah, well, anyway, so this guy basically gets into the asylum and all that shit, and finds out some shit he's not supposed to find out. Simple as that. And I think he kind of tries to basically escape the asylum and fails, and then he like, I don't know, shit happens, and it's a pretty fun game to play. Like, even if you're not bothering to follow the plot on that, and you're just running and hiding from monsters, because there's no combat in the game. You can't like punch the person in the face who's chasing you. You know, you can't just be like, "Hey, stop that! You're being a dick." They're just gonna stab you in the throat. So recently, I think recently at least, Outlast 2 was announced. Yay! Outlast 2.
Woohoo!
And there's a teaser. Oh. There's a teaser trailer, and I want you to watch it. I'll put the trailer kind of. I'll put the trailer in. I'll edit it into the video somehow, if I am allowed. I'm not sure what the rules on that would be, but I'll.
Just add the link.
Yeah. So yeah, are you watching it?
Yes, I am.
Right. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It doesn't reveal too much about the game. Doesn't reveal, like anything. Spoiler. Whatever. It's just. So anyway, I saw Outlast 2 was coming out, and I was like, holy shit! I didn't know that this was going to be a thing. It's coming out next year, fall, I believe. Is that what it says on the trailer? I'm
I
not sure.
have no idea. It just started, bro.
And it says at the end, but yeah, a few things about it.
Okay, I was listening to you, so I didn't really hear much of what he was saying.
It
Damn
doesn't
you.
matter what the person's saying. I don't think I didn't listen to what the person was saying, and yeah, it was just something I really enjoyed playing. Like I played it around a friend's house because he had it. I don't have it. But yeah, I played it. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Just hiding. I like hiding. No, I don't. I like shooting things in the face. But so
I'm
yeah,
the one that likes hiding.
finding out like that they're bringing out this new the second one kind of just for some reason made me go on a kind of looking at horror games thing. And so there's another one I'd like to talk about, and that's called Alien Isolation.
I've actually heard of that. I don't know why, though.
Because it's an aliens game. You know, the film Aliens?
Yes, I do. I've actually only seen like one Aliens movie, though. I love horror, but I rarely get the chance.
Fair enough. You need to watch all the Aliens and all the Predators and all the Aliens versus Predators.
I
Just
am
saying.
attempting, however, I rarely have time for that
So,
because reasons.
anyway, Alien Isolation is made by Creative Assembly, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good at making games. Just saying. And yeah, it was. I think it came out last year actually in October, so it's an old game. Not an old game, but it's not new. It's not. It is released, and yeah, I have it. I've played it quite a bit, and I tell you, I'm not usually like the type to get all like jumpy at horror games and shit like that. But Alien
I
Isolation,
am.
yeah, Alien Isolation did have a few moments where I was like, oh, that's interesting, nice, thanks. Um, like you see all these YouTubers like playing horror games, like, oh no, oh he's coming for me, oh no, run, ha, this is scary. No, game. I've never played a game and been like that. I don't think any like that could be a legitimate reaction, to be honest, unless you were like very very afraid. Then why are you playing these games? Come on. um, but yeah, it is a decent game. It was. I think at one point people were like, "Oh, it's the scariest game ever," blah blah. But you know, I can see why they would think it is. It is a good game. But you play as a character called Amanda Ripley or something, and you're approached by some people to go on a mission, a recovery mission. I'm thinking, I guess, um, to a space station. I can't remember what the space station's called. And upon arrival, shit instantly goes south. I think something blows up and you get like sucked into space or some shit, and you manage to make it to like an airlock on the space station, get inside. But anyway, as soon as you enter, it's instantly apparent that this place is fucked. And I think
I might have actually played this game once with a friend when
hmm,
she kind of forced me to. It's sounding a lot more familiar now. She doesn't tell me the games of anything she forces me into, so.
yeah, and say you kind of at first your objective is to like find the communications center or some shit and contact your ship, say, oh shit happened, help us. But so yeah, you kind of just you're on your own, and the first person you meet, the first actual person you meet, I'm pretty sure if I'm correct, he kind of turns around and threatens to shoot you and all that. And obviously, you only just arriving on the station, not knowing what the fuck's going on, freak the fuck out. And then, he starts talking shit about an alien and that. But you don't. The only time you actually see the alien, like, the first time you actually see the alien is, like, probably at least a good hour and a half into the game. And that hour and a half before you see the alien is still, like, creepy as fuck. And I think that's what makes a really good horror game. Just saying. Because, think about it. If you haven't yet introduced the thing that's supposed to scare people, and people are already scared,
That's pretty good.
you've either got a gun to the head of the person playing, or you got a really good game. So
Let's hope it's the second one.
So yeah, and it's interesting because it's got like stealth and all that stuff. You got to hide from the alien, but it gives you weapons and I'm pretty sure you get a flamethrower and shotgun.
Things to fight back with.
Yeah, because it's like you're not only fighting the alien. There are other things to fight. There are people. There are synthetic humans like robots. Robots.
Robots.
Robot people.
In your weird accent. Robots.
So yeah,
Robots.
there's other things to fight, but it's like it doesn't tell you this in the game, but the alien can come out of nowhere. The alien can come at you at any moment after you've been introduced to the game. Yeah, and if you get into a firefight because you get a revolver shortly after meeting the alien. Spoiler alert, but it's a revolver. You've probably seen people playing the game with a revolver. You already know. If you haven't already played this game, why are you even... But yeah, you can shoot at people because they shoot at you and you kill them. But upon doing so... Yeah, that's cool. So, if you shoot people, that's gonna make noise because guns make noise. I don't know if you, I'm not sure if you know that or not. But if you shoot at someone with a gun, it's gonna go bang, 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 bang. Even if you have a suppressor, that's still gonna make quite a reasonable amount of noise. And the aliens kind of have like heightened senses, so they can be like, "Oh look, there's someone shooting over there. Let's go say hi." So the fact that throughout the game you've got this gun, but you're too scared to use the gun.
Used a salad's finger voice.
Oh god. So yeah, you're kind of afraid to actually defend yourself in this game, and that's what, yeah, you can shoot at the alien, but to be honest,
don't do much.
No, it doesn't. No, you do get a flamethrower though, and that does fuck the alien up. You can't kill the alien at first. At first. But then something happens and the alien dies, and then you find loads of more aliens because the alien is a mother alien and it's got loads of babies. And then you can just kill the aliens with shotguns, flamethrowers, fucking. There's a nail rifle, like it is some sort of like fucking spaceship futuristic nail launcher, and it just launches huge fucking nails, and it will just.
We need those.
Yeah.
In present day life.
But the game is like fucking awesome, and yeah, people should play it. It's on. I'm pretty sure it's on. Well, it's definitely on PC, and I know for a fact it's on PlayStation 4. So it's obviously going to be on the Xbox One. I'm not sure if it's on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. I don't know, but yeah, it is a good game. Great. 8 out of 8. 8 out of 8. I rate. But yeah, so I'd give Alien Isolation a 10 aliens out of 10. But yeah, horror games are something I enjoy fully. Yeah, there aren't many other horror games I know of, to be honest. Amnesia is a good one. Old, but good. If you don't know what Amnesia is, Jesus Christ, where have you been living the past fucking 10 years?
Doc, we've kind of wasted a ton of time with this. It's about to go.
Okay.
What the fuck kind of voice was that?
I too was wondering. But yeah, so Amnesia's a good game. Alien Isolation's a good game. There are a few really good horror games. The only game, the problem I have with a lot of horror games, though, I'm gonna say this: I won't play a horror game if you can't fight back, because it's just not immersive. I'm the type of person who'd rather die fighting, because I'm an idiot, than run away and hide.
He is an idiot, I can guarantee.
Such a bitch. But yeah, so call me a pussy if you think that I am, but to be honest, meh. Podcast. So yeah.
Well, I think that's all for today, folks. If you managed to sit through the entire thing, which if you did, round of applause. I've been sitting
cut
here
to a
with
sea of empty seats and just one guy at the back, just.
I've been sitting here with my eyeliner pens making little faces on my fingers. Like, no joke,
terrible,
I've been doing that. I have a little smiley face.
Okay. Well, if that's it, I say goodbye, and I'm gonna go eat some dinners.
Have fun. Bye, folks.
Yeah, podcast.